Hey, if you're new to the sway and all things heatless curls, go grab your sway and let's do the classic wrap together. Along the way, I'm gonna give you lots of tips for success, so watch to the end. All right, so you're gonna start by grabbing your first section. Actually, before that, you wanna make sure that your sway is in the middle of your head. Don't pin it too close to the front or too close to the back, because then you won't get consistent curl in the front and back. All right, so you're gonna grab your first section. If you want like a looser wave, a softer wave, you're gonna put more hair in each section. If you want a stronger, smaller curl, you're gonna use less hair in each section. So here's my first section. I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap it around the sway. I'm gonna hold on to that section with my left hand as I grab another section. And I'm gonna make sure to get hair all the way from the back of the head, and I'm gonna add it to that section. But before I wrap it around, I'm gonna see all these hairs in here. I'm gonna bring those down and make sure they don't get tangled up as I wrap. So now I'm gonna wrap it around. And again, I'm gonna hold it with my left hand. Now I'm gonna take another section, making sure to grab hair all the way from the back. Add it to that previous section, and again, now I'm gonna loosen this up, tighten this up, continue to wrap it around. Now, as I'm getting to the hair that's behind the ear, I'm gonna start directing my sway back behind my ear, because A, it's more comfortable to sleep in, and also, you're only working with this hair back here, so you don't need to put it up here. Okay, so now it's directed behind the ear. You're gonna grab a new section. And what's really important now that you're having these sections behind your ear is trying to keep the sway close to your head. It feels really comfortable to pull it out as you're wrapping, but if you can, keep it close to your head, because that's gonna make sure the sway doesn't unwrap too much when you're done. All right, so here I am. I just have a few more sections left. I'm gonna keep it close to my head. And then another thing I like to do, so I just added that hair to that previous section, but before I wrap it, now I'm gonna start just slightly twisting the sway forward, and then I'm gonna wrap. I'm gonna grab my last section, and I'm gonna do the same thing. So I've added it to my previous section, and I'm gonna just twist the sway forward just a little bit, because that is gonna counteract how the sway wants to unravel once you have your elastic on. So again, I'm pulling it down slightly forward, and now I'm gonna grab my elastic. I usually just like to wrap it 2 times, because I don't want it to be too tight. If it's too tight, then you might get a little kink in your hair at the bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna let go of it now, and we'll see how much it unravels. It didn't, see? Those are the tips that you need for success. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap up the other side, and then I'll show you how to wrap it up on the top of my head. Okay, so now I have both sides wrapped up, and I'm gonna go ahead and just twist it back a little bit, just so it feels more tight when I tie it up. So I twisted it back, and then you're gonna crisscross it in the back, make it kind of comfy back there. And then you will just tie it up on the top. Whether you wanna do a bow or a knot, it's totally up to you. And then you can take these hairs that are loose and tuck them up into your sway so it looks super polished. And at this point, how cute is this? I could just go to work like this. All right, let's take it out. It's only been in for about 2 hours. Typically, I like to wear my sway for at least 3, but I'm sure I got a nice soft wave. Boom. Just add a little dry shampoo. A little brush. Now I'm ready for work.